You want your flowers to bloom simultaneously and beautifully for the new year. Today, I'll reveal a very simple yet highly effective way to make your own fertilizer at home, focusing on nourishing the buds and encouraging flowers to bloom at the right time. With only a few days left to decide, if you do it correctly, you'll see your flowers bloom even more beautifully than you expect. Next, I will guide you on preparing garlic for orchid care, a natural yet highly effective ingredient. Garlic contains many essential oils and antibacterial and antifungal compounds, as well as repelling harmful insects, helping orchids stay healthier and preventing disease from the root. First, choose fresh garlic, then peel off all the outer skin, as this part contains almost no nutrients and is not needed. Discard those skins completely. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you as a companion on this journey. Next, use a knife to slice the garlic into thin slices or small pieces, allowing the beneficial compounds to be easily released and exert their effects. That completes the preparation of the garlic for orchid care. Besides English, we now have voiceovers in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on the settings gear icon to select the appropriate audio language. Next, we prepare a clean container, then put all the prepared garlic into the container. Next, we use rice. Rice is high in B vitamins, along with important elements like potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen, which are excellent for the recovery and growth of orchid. Take 3 tablespoons of rice. Add it to 500 milliliters of hot water. Hot water helps to quickly release the nutrients, converting them into a liquid form for easier absorption by the plant. Then stir well, cover tightly, and wrap with a towel. Let it steep for about 24 hours, and you will have a nutrient solution ready for use in the next steps of your orchid care routine. After soaking the garlic for a day, the active compounds in the garlic have completely permeated and dissolved into the water. At the same time, the rice water has transformed into a liquid form, rich in nutrients. Next, we prepare a container and filter out all the sediment, keeping only the pure liquid. The result is a jar of garlic rice solution. After 24 hours of fermentation, this solution will gently ferment, reaching an ideal state for use in caring for and restoring orchids, helping them develop strong roots, be free from fungus, and grow steadily. Next, we add 500 milliliters of clean filtered water, or half a liter, to dilute the solution. Diluting it to the correct ratio helps stabilize the nutrients, ensures safety for the roots, and maximizes its effectiveness in caring for the orchid. Next, prepare a clean cup and scoop out a cup of the pre-mixed nutrient solution. Then, take a soft cotton pad, soak it evenly with the solution, and place the orchid in it for care. First, wipe the top surface of the orchid leaves. Cleaning the dust and dirt from the leaf surface helps the leaves breathe, increasing photosynthesis, thus allowing the plant to absorb light and nutrients better. When the leaves are clean, the plant will noticeably become healthier. Next, carefully wipe the underside of the leaves. This is where mold, bacteria, and insects most often hide. Thoroughly cleaning the underside will help prevent rot, leaf fungus, and harmful insects, minimizing risks to the orchid during its recovery and growth. Pay special attention to the edges and crevices of the leaves. These areas easily accumulate moisture and develop mold. We use a soft cotton swab to gently but firmly wipe away any remaining debris, ensuring the orchid leaves are clean, dry, and safer. Which country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. It's wonderful that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. When orchid leaves are clean, bright, and well ventilated, photosynthesis increases significantly, the plant grows vigorously, roots function better, and a solid foundation is created for the simultaneous and long-lasting flowering and flower development. This is a small but crucial step in proper orchid care and restoration techniques. We carefully wipe the flower stalks of the orchid. This step is very important because the flower stalks are where insects most frequently parasitize and feed on. When the plant is preparing to flower, its natural fragrance is very strong, attracting ants, aphids, thrips, and many other insects that directly attack the stalks. Therefore, wiping the flower stalks with a garlic solution will effectively repel insects, thanks to the antibacterial and antifungal properties of garlic oil and its odor-repelling effect on pests. We wipe evenly from the base of the stalk to the tip to completely prevent feeding. Insect bites or patches of mold that have appeared, when properly cleaned, will not spread. The wounds will dry up, heal, and stabilize in color, and the plant will not be further affected. Applying this care method every 2 weeks will result in noticeably healthier orchid growth. The leaves will always be bright and clean, and even if mold appears, it will not harm or weaken the plant. Continue cleaning the remaining flower stalks to completely remove pathogens and insects, helping the flowers develop fully without distortion or damaged buds. With proper care, the orchids will bloom perfectly, retain their color, and bloom just in time for the new year, bringing a complete and beautiful spring season. Next, in the third step, pour the prepared nutrient solution into a spray bottle, then spray evenly onto the orchid plant, focusing on the leaves, stem, and root area so that the plant can absorb it quickly, stimulating recovery and vigorous growth. First, we spray evenly on the upper surface of the leaves to completely clean away any accumulated dirt. Next, we thoroughly spray the underside of the leaves, as this is where mold and insects often reside. When the underside of the leaves is cleaned, the stomata open, allowing the plant to exchange gases more effectively, and nutrients will concentrate on nourishing the roots, stems, and flower stalks. I also lightly spray the flower stalks. The garlic scent in the solution helps repel sucking insects, especially aphids and thrips, which damage buds and cause flower rot. Important note: once the plant has fully bloomed, do not spray directly onto the flowers. Only treat the leaves, stems, and stalks to ensure the flowers last longer and do not burn. For plants with exposed roots, we can spray directly onto the roots to allow for faster nutrient absorption, resulting in healthy, strong roots that develop vigorously. Orchids that have lost their tops and then produce new shoots and flower stalks on the stem require even more thorough spraying to protect the stalks and prevent insect damage to the buds. While the plant is in the budding stage, we can still lightly spray to prevent fungal diseases and pests. Old insect bites or mold lesions, after proper treatment, will dry up, heal, and not spread further. The plant will continue to grow steadily, its leaves will develop, and it will maintain its vitality for a long time. Caring for orchids requires the right timing, the right method, and persistence. Doing it correctly will ensure the plant is healthy, and the flowers will last and be beautiful as desired. Next, we move on to the root watering step. I prepared a container and used a nutrient solution made from fermented rice and garlic. This solution will be applied directly to the orchid's roots. This is the most effective way to fertilize through the roots for optimal absorption. When watering, I evenly water the roots and the entire growing medium, allowing the nutrients to penetrate deep into the root system. The roots will absorb nutrients from below, pumping them back up to nourish the leaves and flower stalks, helping the plant photosynthesize better and grow steadily. After watering, I soak the pot for about 20 minutes. This time is sufficient for the roots and growing medium to absorb enough nutrients, especially the actively growing root tips. When the roots absorb nutrients well, the orchid will grow quickly, have healthy leaves, strong stems, and evenly distributed flowers. Direct root watering combined with soaking the pot for the correct amount of time is a safe, effective, and sustainable way to care for the plant, helping the orchid recover quickly and maintain its vitality for a long time. Next, after about 20 minutes of spraying and soaking, I used a soft cotton towel to wipe away all the water and fertilizer residue from the orchid leaves. I paid special attention to the tips and leaf axils. These areas, if left wet for too long, are very susceptible to mold and rot. I carefully blotted and wiped each leaf, completely removing excess water and preventing water from pooling on the leaf surface. This is a mandatory step, as prolonged water on orchid leaves creates conditions for fungal diseases to attack, weakening the plant very quickly. After wiping clean, the orchid was dry, well ventilated, and safe. With this care method, I do this every 2 weeks to ensure the plant absorbs nutrients effectively while also preventing disease. On days with regular care, I water every 3 days, combined with misting to maintain humidity with clean filtered water, which is sufficient to maintain stable moisture levels for the plant. Regarding fertilizers and pesticides, the ingredients are readily available in the kitchen and garden. It's important to alternate the methods and types of nutrients, not to use the same formula for too long. When you know how to change them appropriately, the orchid will be healthier, have stronger roots, and grow sustainably. Next, after soaking the pot for 20 minutes, I removed the orchid pot and moved on to the stabilization phase. At this point, it was clear that the orchid leaves were clean, bright, and airy, and the plant was ready to absorb light. Immediately afterward, I placed the plant in the garden, in a well-ventilated location with plenty of natural light and gentle sunlight. This helps the plant photosynthesize more effectively, thereby nourishing the leaves, roots, and flower stems, helping the plant recover and grow faster. When placed in the right environment, the young shoots will be strong and healthy, the root system will develop evenly, and the leaves will be thick and sturdy, creating a foundation for stable flower formation and development. The outdoor space with ample light will help the orchid increase its resistance and grow sustainably. With this nutrient solution, I maintain a routine of about twice a month, combined with appropriate lighting and ventilation conditions. With proper care, the orchids in your garden will grow noticeably, be healthier, and produce higher quality flowers. Thus, after only about 3 weeks of care, our orchid plant showed a very noticeable change. All the leaves were clean, bright, and their photosynthetic capacity increased significantly. The leaves became sturdy, thick, and grew to the size expected of a healthy plant. Regarding the roots, the orchid developed many new roots in the pot. The young roots were thick, white, and healthy, with many protruding from the rim and penetrating the pot's axil, indicating that the plant was absorbing nutrients well and growing steadily. Along with that, the leaves turned uniformly green, and the flower stalks began to grow larger, thicker, and stronger. Thanks to proper care, the flower stalks were not damaged by sucking insects, and the flower buds were plump, bright, and developing evenly. Without this method, insects could easily attack, preventing the flowers from reaching their full potential. Therefore, dedicated and proper care is the key to the final result. Observations show that all the plants are developing vigorous roots, with new roots sprouting around the rim of the pot, and the shoots are growing healthily with a noticeable increase in plant vitality. Old fungal lesions are drying up, darkening, and stabilizing, no longer spreading, and the shoots continue to grow vigorously. In particular, the flower stalks are developing very vigorously, easily producing clusters of flowers with large, thick, beautiful, and long-lasting petals. With only a short time left until the new year, our orchids have enough strength and time to bloom, ready to welcome spring and the new year with the most perfect clusters of flowers. If you encounter any difficulties in caring for and growing orchids, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'm always ready to assist you so you can grow healthy, beautifully blooming orchids. In the next video, I will reveal a new method to revive care for orchids, helping them sprout roots and bloom incredibly quickly.